blood, sweat, and tears is what we put in this movement. So if you moving against it, it's guaranteed you gon' be losing. All my niggas is ruthless, that's what you need in this business. Just let me school him. If not, take the pot and leave him drooling.
What up? It's your boy A.R.P. R.b.e is the movement. Fresh off for that blood, sweat, and tears card that just went on last night. Man, we're gonna do a full recap right here, right now. It's the good part about also being a blogger, man, is I could blog and recap my own shit, just like I recap everybody else's shit, right? Alright, so let's kick it off like this. First and foremost, salute and shout out to everybody that made it out to Blood, Sweat, and Tears yesterday. We had a great turnout. It was a successful event, and we owe it all to y'all. So I definitely appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into some direct shout outs later on. You know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody that made it out. Definitely appreciate y'all. Also salute and shout out to the R.b.e team. The R.b.e team was officially introduced member by member yesterday. You know what I'm saying? For the people that don't know, some of the people that's behind the R.b.e machine and movement. That's going to be in the footage, so that'll be dropping for the people that couldn't make it out. Alright, yo, let's jump into these battles. Let's jump right into some of these fucking battles, man. Alright, first up, let's talk about K Walker and Crazy George. Salute to them two up and coming dudes for showing up and showing out. K Walker, you know, he gets on that stage, he's talking that this is the new Philly shit. And you want to know what? I think he backed up his words. I think he is showing that Philly, even though they was day one battle rap people that kind of was on board with creating the battle rap culture on a street level and bringing it to DVDs. Do your homework, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people that's out there right now showing that there's a new breed of Philly battle rap, and they have adapted to the new style of battle rap. You will see K Walker again on R.b.e. Okay? Shout out to Crazy George, man. Crazy George was on that bully shit. He was talking that shit too. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his fucking thing. They was going back and forth. They had some very close rounds. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get Crazy George back on the R.b.e card again also. So congratulations to them two dudes for putting on, you know what I'm saying? And appreciate y'all once again. Good battle, y'all. Good shit. Sin City and Cash Capone. Bar Fest. Fucking Bar Fest. Yo, this nigga Sin City be fucking snapping. Sin City has top tier, grade A, top level performance. I gotta give credit where credit is due. I'm not gonna say who won these battles, but at the same time, I'm gonna be honest, as I always am, about certain shit that's happening with these MCs and with these, you know, leagues and even R.b.e. I'm honest with everything. And I gotta give it up to Sin City with no bias that I think his performance is top notch. Absolutely top notch. I think he just needs to get bigger opponents. He needs to have a few more battles, keep building his name. His bars is there. Yeah, Sin City is in line to being one of those next up guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna love his performance from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Cash Capone, on the other hand, brought exactly what we thought he was gonna bring. Them fucking bars, you know what I mean? Cash Capone fucking put on, you know what I'm saying? You know, on the last card, he had 1 round versus Dre Dennis. On this card, he had 3 rounds. Fully took advantage of all 3 rounds and put the fuck on. You know what I mean? This is a sick battle. Y'all gonna enjoy it when it drops. Shout out to Cash Capone and Sin City. What do we got? Vixen versus Matto Black did not go down. There were some complications that had nothing to do with R.b.e. R.b.e handled what we were supposed to handle. There was complications outside of R.b.e. Matto Black was in the building. Vixen couldn't make it. I'm not going to get into all the details of that situation here in this recap. But shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Alright, it's part of the game. Let's move on from there. What do we got? Rosenburg Raw versus Jay. Or Ja, like Rosenberg said. People say both his names. Fuck his name up sometimes. Yo, I told y'all this battle was fucking slept on. You know what I mean? Raw gave y'all what we expect Raw to give us. Talking that shit. You know what I mean? Raw put on. Raw was doing his fucking thing. Raw was up there doing his fucking numbers. You know what I mean? Like, if you're talking that shit, I mean, we expect nothing less from him at R.b.e. Nothing less. You know what I mean? But Jay, this is the best Jay I think I've ever seen. And I think when this battle drops, y'all gonna say, this is the best J that's on footage. The boy took full advantage of this blood, sweat, and tears card to come and showcase his talent to everybody that's either in the building or that's gonna watch this video when it drops and do some numbers on the views. He took advantage. He came with it. So when this battle drops, I want y'all to let me know who won the battle and who took the rounds. You know what I'm saying? Is it 2-1 here? Is it 2-1 there? Is it 3-0 here? Is it 3-0 there? Sick fucking battle. So anybody that didn't know Jay yesterday, they should know him today. And y'all definitely know Raw. So shout out to them two niggas. They put the fuck on. You know what I mean? Sick battle. Can't wait to drop that too. What else we got? What we got after that? Man, we have so much fucking shit going on, man. I guess we could talk about, let's jump into Goodz versus Audi Boom. Alright, this was the only one round on the card. Yo, no disrespect to Goodz and the legacy that he's built and the resume that he's built. You know me, I'm a day one battle rap head. You know what I'm saying? Of course I know about his battles with fucking K-Shine and on Lions Den with Head Ice and, you know, big battles like with A.R.P on big platforms and all that type of shit. Of course I know the man's resume. I don't want to sound wild, but I'm starting to feel like some of Goodz' best performances are one-rounders. Just my opinion, all right? Coming off of his one-rounder with Danger Zone, I thought that was a crazy performance, all-around performance. Yesterday, I feel like it was a similar performance. In one round, Goodz is just, he's a tactician, you know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about Boom. This is possibly one of the best rounds that I've ever seen from Audi Boom. All right, and that's what he said he was coming with, and that's what he delivered. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this was a fucking close battle. It was a sick battle. You know what I'm saying? Even though they agreed on a 6-minute cutoff, you know what I'm saying? They cut the clocks off. We didn't even use the clocks during the battle. They just got their shit off. They just went, Boom went for however long and he went for to get all his shit out, and so did Goodz. You know what I mean? So I think it was a great fucking battle. I see people out there tweeting me that Goodz won. I see people out there tweeting me that Boom won. Y'all hit me up when y'all see the footage, you know what I mean? And that battle's also gonna be on pay-per-view, just like Rosenberg and Jay. But we'll get to pay-per-view in a second. Alright, let's talk about Jimz versus Rich Dolarz. Yes, y'all, it was Rich Dolarz. That was the surprise battle. If you haven't heard already, welcome back to Rich Dolarz. You know what I'm saying? R.b.e was proud to bring Rich Dolarz back after a long layoff. He hasn't been around for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know, he almost came back for the Summer Madness weekend, but, you know, matchup wise and everything, there was some disagreements over there, whatever. So we were glad at R.b.e that we were able to bring him back. You know what I'm saying? Because we felt that that was a kind of left field match or battle. You know, nobody has seen Rich in so long, and that's the type of shit that R.b.e does. We do shit that, you know, is kind of different. You know what I mean? So shout out to Rich Dolarz for doing his return battle on R.b.e and coming with his A game. Shout out to him for that. Shout out to Jimz for participating in a fucking surprise battle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, once again, we had this surprise battle booked for months. You know what I'm saying? We've been promoting a surprise battle for months now. You know what I mean? Y'all don't get to see that type of shit really. I think before that, the last time we heard about that was like Blackout at King of the Dot. Shout out to King of the Dot, where they did the whole card and nobody knew who the matchups was. You know what I'm saying? But yo, good 3-round battle, man. Good fucking 3-round battle. Rich, you know what I mean? Consistent throughout all his rounds. Jimz, he was doing his thing. He was snapping too. There was a little bit of discrepancies with time limits and going over a little bit. You know, you got some people that's very strict on their time limits, like the T-Rexes and the A.R.Ps of the world, and you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. We all got to do our best to try to make sure that we land on the right times for what we write for. So y'all gonna see that in the footage, you know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of arguing here and there, but yo, cutting off, yada, yada, yada. Hey man, R.b.e, we do what we gotta do on our side, and we try to make sure everybody else does what they gotta do on their side. We all gotta work together to make the battle happen and fit within the time limits. You know what I mean? So, good battle though. When it drops, let me know who won. Let me know who won that shit. Alright, what we got after that? Swave, Sevah versus Showoff. Yeah, I had to take a pause for that. Showoff is my favorite up and coming battle rapper. Point blank, period. Swave is back. Fuck it. I'ma leave it like that. I didn't mean for that to rhyme neither. I ain't no rapper. I'm moving on. Check it out on pay-per-view. Alright, I'm moving the fuck on. I don't even want to talk about that battle, so. Alright, let's talk about co-main event. Live judge battle for $2,000 in the building. O-Red versus Ooops. You want to see the best O-Red possibly that you've either seen ever or in a long time? Put a $2,000 bet on your battle. That might be the formula. I don't know. This is the best O-Red that I can remember right now. I'm trying to think of when I thought I can think of O-Red having a better performance than he had last night versus Ooops. And I'm not sure. It's going to be a debatable topic. This is the best O-Red we've seen in a long fucking time against the best Ooops ever. Yo, I'm saying it. Fuck that. It was a fucking classic. O-Red will tell you that, yo, Ooops almost beat me. You know what I'm saying? Or whether some people might think that Ooops still won it, you know, judges had what they thought or whatever. Y'all weigh in when the footage drops. But O-Red would tell you, like, yo, this nigga almost had me. This nigga almost took that $2,000 last night. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was such a close battle that O-Red deserved the $2,000 as well. Whoever won the battle, you know what I'm saying? Whoever got judged for it, they deserved it. I mean, it was that close. And it came down to the wire with the judge, and we had 3 judges. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see all of this in the footage when it drops, the official footage. One judge, first judge, took red. Second judge took Ooops. Came down to Math Hoffa making the final decision. You know what I mean? That nigga was stressed. That nigga needed extra time and all that shit. So this shit was crazy. So it was so fucking crazy in the building. You had to be there to feel it, man. You had to be there. We're gonna do it again on our next card. I'm saying it right now. Don't miss it live. Don't fucking miss it live. Who we're gonna do it with? What battle? We'll get there when we get there. But we will be doing a live judge battle for cash in the building again on our next card. I love it. The energy is stupid. So shout out to the best Ooops to ever touch a stage, and shout out to the arguably one of the best O-Reds that we've ever seen touch a stage. Alright? Classic. And last but not least, the fucking main event. Big Kannon versus Ill Will. Listen, I apologize to everybody in the building. I know y'all was a little tired by that point. Hey, we giving y'all a shitload of battles and a lot of extras. Yeah, long events, big cards. We giving y'all money's worth. Y'all only paid $40. You know what I'm saying? But Ill Will versus Big Kannon was a fucking bar fest. But did anybody really expect anything less than that? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have expected anything less than that. Big Kannon is becoming one of the most consistent battle rappers to touch a stage. If you book him, pardon. I know this shit is starting. You get to a point where it's like, yo, nigga, just turn your fucking phone, your ringer off during the recaps, right? I know. I'm learning my mistakes, but pardon y'all. It's getting to a point now where it's just like you're guaranteed an amazing 3 rounds if you book Big Kannon. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see him battle, you know what I'm saying, more frequently. Shit, leagues, please book him. I want to see more of his battles. You know what I mean? Now, let me also say this now, on the other side of the gate. Welcome back to Ill Will being on his fucking A game. This Ill Will is comparable to the Ill Will that faced Johnny Alcatraz and the Ill Will that faced B Magic. You know what I'm saying? So all that talk about, I'm not sending no shots at anybody in particular, I'm talking generally to the fans, to league owners, battle rappers, whoever, anybody that the shoe fits to. All that talk about you gotta be on certain platforms for people to give a shit and bring their A game. Don't you just wish that was true? I know some people do wish that was true, but it ain't. For example, a lot of people were not happy with Ill Will's performance versus DNA. But wait until you see what he did yesterday to clean that up and make sure that he reminds y'all that he's here for a reason when y'all see his battle with Big Kannon drop. This shit was crazy. It deserved to be main event. It was. I'm not gonna get into how much I think this person won or that person won. I don't do that. Y'all know how I give it up. Shout out to Ill Will and shout out to Big Kannon. Can't wait for y'all to see that. Ball Fest. Alright, let's get into some of the special features of the event. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, I gave y'all a heads up. My Instagram is same as my Twitter, at it's A.R.P, ITSARP. Hit me up. I told y'all, if y'all think you're only gonna see battles touching the r.b.e stage, you're wrong. We're different. Take that extra step to do more. And it's like everybody is realizing that at this point and saluting us for it. And I salute y'all back. Thank you, because it's hard work and consistency that we're putting in, and we're starting to get the respect and the credit that I think we deserve. And that's humbly speaking. You know what I'm saying? But, so yeah, shout out to Math Hoffa. He co-hosted the whole event with us, man. We was up there having a good time. Math, nigga, you had a fucking good ass night, man. You was in your zone, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Math was having a fucking fun ass night. So you could tell everybody around us on that stage and in the crowd was enjoying himself, man. But yeah, shout out to Math Hoffa. That's a special feature of the event. Math Hoffa co-hosted the entire event with us, you know what I'm saying? He was talking to the fans, he had a lot of shit to talk, you know what I'm saying? He was doing some crowd control with us, you know what I mean? Enjoying the battles, you know what I mean? So, yo, Math Hoffa does a good job at co-hosting, you know what I mean? So if you're a platform, you're a league out there, you're a party promoter or whatever, and you don't have somebody that is good at hosting events or parties on their own, or you don't have a face of your event or a face of your league, because there's a lot of leagues out there with no face or whatever. You need somebody to host, call Math Hoffa. He does a great job. So shout out to Math for doing a great job with r.b.e and having a great time with r.b.e. You know what I mean? What else do we got? The live performance was Team Homie. Shout out to Moneybags and shout out to Bugs. We let Sarah Connor host that performance. Team Homie was all up on stage with them. Yo, they just dropped their single the other day, I think, that they also performed in the building. I think it's Homie Over Everything. It might have dropped on Halloween. The shit starts off, the first line of the fucking song is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Shit is sick, and that beat, whoever made that beat, sick fucking song. But they performed a bunch of songs in there. We're gonna put one of each song that they performed on some of the battles. You know what I mean? So when y'all get some of these battles that's gonna release from the Blood, Sweat, and Tears card, you're also gonna get some of the Team Homie performances, like at the end of the battle, at like the end of the battle or something like that. It's all gonna be released. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna get that. What else did we do? We did the first ever live bar exam. You know what I'm saying? Now the people that asked questions was myself, God Felt a Thigh, the official 15 Minutes of Fame bar exam host, and Math Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? The winner got some drinks from r.b.e. I think Math Hoffa gave some shirts away, some of his shirts. You know what I mean? That was cool. So we had like 5 people from the crowd, you know what I'm saying, and on the stage that was picked out, that volunteered, and, wanted to get up on stage and do the bar exam with us, come up and get asked the questions. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fun. You know what I mean? Yo, everybody in the crowd, y'all gotta chill, giving up the answers, screaming out the fucking answers and shit. You know what I mean? But people excited. You know what I mean? We was having fun with it. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame. You know what I mean? Y'all can't wait for y'all to drop that footage, because r.b.e, that's not our footage. That belongs to 15 Minutes of Fame. Even though it's an r.b.e event, the bar exam belongs to 15 Minutes of Fame. So, yo, I can't wait to see that drop, y'all. You know what I mean? Blood, Sweat, and Tears bar exam. Damn, what the fuck else? There was so much going in, man. We had a lot of real moments in the venue, you know what I'm saying? None of it is scripted, none of it is planned. It's just shit going on, and then, we speak on it. You know what I mean? Like myself, or like Math, or like, you know what I mean, somebody else that needs to, speak on something. It's, we give it up during our events. You know what I mean? We just real people. We just real everyday people. And we just honest, and we vibe out with the people that support us and fuck with us. You know what I mean, I think I'm gonna cut it off there. Let me talk about the pay-per-view, then I'm gonna get into some shout-outs and wrap this up. The pay-per-view, Jay Side is transferring it over to Rap Grid right now as we speak. Thank you for everybody that bought the pre-sale. Thank you for everybody that's copping it now. The pre-sale's over, obviously. Grab that pay-per-view now. Grab it when it drops. It should be up maybe within like a day from now or something like that. You're gonna get the 6 top battles. You know, all the details are already on Rap Grid. Rosenberg Raw versus Jay. Jimz versus Rich Dolarz. Audi Boom versus Goodz. Big Kannon versus Ill Will. Swave Sevah versus Showoff. I'm missing one. R.b.e versus Ooops. You're gonna get all of that. Alright? You're gonna get all those battles. So cop that pay-per-view. It's on sale right now at Rap Grid. Alright, let me jump into these shout outs. Yo, shout out to everybody that came out. Once again, shout out to Math Hoffa for co-hosting the event, special co-host. Shout out to all the r.b.e co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all support. The homie Game, the homie Mike, and the homie Spanish Harlem. Appreciate y'all support, man. Thank you so much for fucking with r.b.e and coming out and co-hosting the event with us. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself and had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Get at me. Check y'all soon. Also, y'all hit Mike up, you know what I'm saying? He's got some music out. The man makes music, you know what I'm saying, that he was promoting, you know what I mean? So get at him, fuck with his music. I heard a snippet of it that he sent me online. It's got some shit, so fuck with him. Shout out to all the artists for coming out and bringing their fucking A games, man. Niggas don't play on the r.b.e stage, man. They don't play on the r.b.e stage. They bring that fucking shit for the fans. And I salute and I respect all y'all artists for fucking with r.b.e and giving the fans what we want. Because remember, even r.b.e, we're fans first. So thank you for giving us what we want, which is great performances and crazy bars. Thank you. Alright? Every single artist that touched the stage. Thank you. Real shit. Thank you to Team Hami and Bugs and Moneybags for performing for us. That was a great performance. Beautiful thing for the r.b.e team to throw into our card to give extra to the fans. So shout out and salute to y'all. Shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame, Uncle Rod, God Felt to Die, Heavy Bags, everybody affiliated with 15 Minutes of Fame for doing a live bar exam and coming through and showing support. Speaking of 15 Minutes of Fame, shout out to all the media that was in the building. Shout out to Jimz. Shout out to That Shit Is Hot Son Live. Shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame. Shout out to Kush DVD in the building. Shout out to the homie Alex. Shout out to BattleRap.com and the homie Chris for flying in and covering our event. I appreciate it. Shout out to Rap Grid for being in the building and covering our event. You know what I'm saying? They were sending the updates and the tweets out all night, Rap Grid and BattleRap.com. I'm going blank. I know I'm going to forget some shout outs, so, you know, no disrespect, but we appreciate all y'all. Shout out to all the league and platform owners in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ray Swag, L Wisdom, U-Dub in the building. Shout out to No Mercy Trap House in the building. Y'all already know that's my nigga Debo, so shout out to Queen of the Ring and Debo in the building. All the artists that came out. Shout out to fucking shout out to Duchess. Shout out to Bonnie. Shout out to fucking Boss Chick Rain. Shout out to Nunu Nels. Shout out to Charlie Clips. Shout out to Hazy Williams. I'm going blank. Shout out to D Chambers. I knew I was gonna go blank once I started trying to give shout outs, but yo, it is what it is. So many people came out, man. Shout out to Sarah Connor. Shout out to Poison Pen. Oh shit. Yo, fuck it. Thank you everybody that came out and made Blood, Sweat, and Tears a success. Shout out to r.b.e once again. You know what I mean? r.b.e, we really do put blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. You can slow that down. We put blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. You know what I mean? And wait for part 2. It's gonna come. Alright, yo, we're gonna wrap it up like this. I don't know how long this blog ran, but I told you we probably get long again. Fuck it. It is what it is. My last few blogs have been too short anyway. Yo, we still working, man. Grab that pay-per-view. Salute to everybody for supporting r.b.e. Thank you. Humbly. Check it out in a second.